Anyway, Clayface trailer. Like I said, I have not seen this yet, so let's see what we got here. Got it. Oof. Huh. I don't know. Like I'm kind of like not sold on it, and not in the sense that it's like, well, obviously I know Clayface, but if you're general audience, how are you going to know about Clayface?
Yeah, I'm not sold on this at all. I mean, I I don't know, like this. How do you do a whole movie about Clayface?
And like it seems that they're going with the idea of like he's a serial killer because that was the original. I think it was Matt Hagen was the serial killer, Clayface, and it's odd. Like it's just like I don't know what to think of this because of
I don't know what we're are like are we supposed to follow Clayface? Are we supposed to
yeah, like it's going to be the descent of Clayface into becoming the cuz so you don't know this cuz you haven't seen Creature Commandos, correct?
No.
So Clayface appears in Creature Commandos as the what Clayface says, you know, the giant blobby Clayface. And he he's not like a tragic figure. He's voiced by Alan Tudyk and he plays Xbox for a scene, you know? And this is confirmed by James Gunn to be the same Clayface.
No, Bucky, I know who Clayface is. What I'm saying is like I don't know how you do a whole movie where we're following around Clayface.
Yeah, like Joker was one thing, but Joker is a major Batman villain. Like we said, the only other person that could be on par with that could do a Joker movie on par with it, like another character, was like Two-Face. That was it. Like
Yeah.
I think I even went on record saying like Two-Face is where you cut it off. Like you can't go lower than Two-Face because like Penguin got the show and that worked, and Penguin does work for a show or a movie, but Clayface is like he's below Two-Face, right? Then below Clayface is False Face, right?
Oh my, whoa, False Face, boy, that's a fucking callback.
That's a pull.
That's a fucking callback. Well, we can't use Two-Face. We're gonna come up with False Face. It's like
False. Well, yeah, False Face is just the chameleon.
But you know what? There is another villain. It's not a Batman or a DC villain. There are some Marvel villains that you could straight up make films like that about. I think you could do a Norman Osborn film.
Yeah, that was a tweet that I saw that was like, I saw the trailer for Clayface and I was like, how come there isn't any Spider-Man villain movies? And then I thought about it and I said, oh.
Like, you could do a Norman Osborn film.
I think yeah, but it's just the joke being like, obviously there are Spider-Man-less villain movies and they're, you know, Venom and Morbius and Craven.
Uh, yeah.
Croc.
Well,
What about Croc? Croc. Croc, I think, is the last. He's the actual like. He's the last rung on the ladder that you can go, because you could go like Hatter, like you could do a creepy ass Mad Hatter movie. You know, if
you
you play into him being the incel and all that shit, like he was in the
you
animated series.
you could do a Magneto film.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about Batman, right? So
Oh
if we're
yeah,
going,
yeah,
if
yeah, yeah. Well,
we're
okay.
throwing out the scale here, right? Joker at the top. I'd say Penguin number. Well, Joker, Catwoman, because they did do that, but they didn't do a proper Catwoman movie, but it did happen.
That movie never
Uh,
existed. Don't ever bring that up again.
Penguin, right? Like Penguin works. Um, then you have Killer Croc, or no,
Two
you have Two
Face.
Face,
Two
Two
Face.
Face. Then you have Killer Croc. Um, then there's like Mad Hatter is above Killer Croc. You have Two Face, Mad Hatter, then Killer Croc. Then there's everyone below, right? You can't do Zaz. Zaz is a serial killer. It works, but character wise, he don't have it. Right?
No.
You can't do that.
Whoa, can you fucking imagine?
I mean, it would work for a story. It's just he can't carry it. You know, he just couldn't carry a movie on his own. But he is like, as a story, you could do a lot with a serial killer like that. That has to carve a mark in his body when he kills a guy. You know, like that. That's you can do a lot with that. But
You could
not
probably do a Mr. Freeze movie.
perhaps. But I feel like Freeze, you need the hero. I think you need a hero in a Freeze story.
I mean, he in his own mind, he is the hero.
No, but I mean, like he needs like someone like a superhero to beat him at the end to stop his, because otherwise he would just freeze the world, you know, and then be like, that's
Oh no. I'm not talking about like him. I'm talking about him becoming Mr. Freeze.
yeah.
I'm
If
talking
you
about
if you
a
did it with
backflip.
like body horror and stuff,
Yeah,
um,
like Nora getting sick and that's what I'm talking about. Like you can make
yeah,
that work. But
you
see,
could you could yeah.
even somebody that's like really a famous Batman villain like a Poison Ivy, I don't think you could do a Poison Ivy film.
All right, you could probably do a Poison Ivy movie. You could do that because she has the guy that pushes her into the chemicals, Woodrow. He
Yeah,
becomes the Floronic man. He's basically like an evil dude, Poison Ivy. So you would do that, but it would be in
that's
the
true.
style of the Sony verse, right?
That's true.
So
I
you
didn't
could
think
do
about that.
Poison
That's
Ivy,
true.
but she would be the anti-hero. She'd be like, I hate how the way the people destroy the earth and Mother Nature and shit. And I'm gonna murder like these dudes with guns who work with
Yeah,
like Ace Chemicals. Like you do that shit.
yeah.
Um
You could, but see the problem that you have with all of these films is that by the end, like even though they're the central focus, they have to become the villains.
yeah, they have to. That was the problem that we got with the Sony verse. You
And
know, it
it,
was like they weren't villain origin stories; they were anti-hero movies.
and it's not like with the like in Death Note, like with you following like Light all the time. Like Light is obviously like he's the main protagonist, but he's also the villain. But Light gets his comeuppance in the end. Like you can't do that with the comic book villain because they're a reoccurring character. Like it would like if you did that, like the movie would have to end with Batman beating them. I mean that's there's no other way to get around it.
Yeah. Um. Or like the Penguin, like people were. I don't know if that's how Penguin Show ends, but people were booking the like the end of the Penguin Show and just the bat signal turning on, you know, and that's how you're just like, oh shit, you know, like, you know, and having that moment. Um. But anyway, so back to the movie here. So this has been confirmed by James Gunn to take place in the DCU in the earliest point in the timeline that we have yet seen.
Whoa, wait a minute, hold up. I thought Clayface was supposed to be part of Matt Reeves' universe.
No, this is a DCU movie.
But
That's why I mentioned Creature Commandos.
but at one point, wasn't this supposed to be in Matt Reeves' universe?
I I think it was like its own thing, and then it was like debate. It had been in pre-production for a while, if you remember, you know, and then then the merger happened and the DCU was formed and all that stuff. But no, this is a strictly DCU property. It may have got incorporated, but I don't think it was ever in the Reeves verse because Reeves wasn't doing it. You know, he was doing Penguin, and now he's been writing the Batman Part 2 for 5 years.
I swear to God, I seem to remember this was supposed to be part of the Reeves universe. Dude, I have a feeling they're going to combine those two.
You're one of the
I didn't believe it before, but
merge.
Did you see the some of the merchandise and marketing that came out recently? It's for like the DCU in general. Or DC in general, not necessarily DC.
No.
DCU, but it's got Corn Sweat's Superman and Patterson's Batman together on merchandise.
I mean, like, that is cool. It's been all but confirmed by Gunn that they're not doing it though. So like,
I know, but then like, and I never believed that they would. I thought, well, Matt Reeves' Batman is like it's its own thing. It's an Elseworld story, pretty much.
Yeah.
But when I saw that merchandise, I'm like, why are they doing that? Let me see if I can find that. I'll see if I can pull that up.
But yeah, so earliest in the timeline, so it is the first DCU movie, which, as some people pointed out, makes it, I think, the first DCU project. As well, actually, Suicide Squad is the first in the DCU. But actually, Peacemaker Season 2 is the first in the DCU. Well, actually, Superman is the first in the DCU. Well, actually, Creature Commandos is the first. Well, actually, Blue Beetle's the first, but yeah, it was just funny that.
Yeah, hold up, right here.
He's probably lying like Kevin Smith did with He-Man's his origin.
Let me share my screen here.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do the merge.
All right, pull me up.
Yeah.
So right here, a bizarre Walmart listing for Superman 2025 party supplies has featured imagery pairing David Corenswet's Superman with Robert Pattinson's Batman, fueling rumors of a crossover. Despite James Gunn previously debunked crossover rumors, this official-looking merchandise sparked confusion and excitement. Some fans think it may be AI generated. But this was a listing from Walmart.
An alleged listing, though. You don't know.
It says it includes napkins featuring both heroes, has appeared in online retail listings and reportedly in physical stores. So,
well, the thing with Walmart.com is that they'll, it's basically in a lot of ways functions like an eBay. So it can be like people can kind of throw whatever in there. I've had that happen where you go to like look for something cool and then like, ooh, Walmart has it. And it's like, oh, this actually just sold from some other retailer.
Maybe.
I don't know if we're getting a merge. I don't think that we are. We see Batman in Creature Commandos, and obviously he's not the Matt Reeves version. I do like the two of them together and everything that is that happens with that, but we'll see. Noxie says, I think Clayface is going to be probably an anti-hero. See, I don't know. I think they're actually getting we're getting a tragic villain story, but a tragic villain story is not what an anti-hero makes, Like a tragic villain story where they do maybe murder some bad guys in the beginning, but in the end, we've seen him in Creature Commandos. He's like sitting there and he's like, I love murder innocent people, and I sit and I play Xbox while there are corpses upstairs, and I'm fucking doing this for money, because I'm a bad guy. And that's the version they want to tell. But that's the thing. It's like, but that's not what this trailer tells us. This looks like a believer guy.
And if this guy ends up becoming that guy from Creature Commandos, dude, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, I don't want to see the guy like fall from grace. I don't want to.
It's not like with Joker, because with Joker, it was like a psycho analyzing video. You know, it was like a
Yeah.
Joker's almost like a psychological thriller. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but with this, like, dude, this feels like it's a little too far. I know that's weird to say, but something about this just feels wrong.
Yeah, like it's almost like this is now. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know because like we have glimpses. I don't think we see him as like he's not Basil Carlo. I think this is Matt Hagen. Um, Basil Carlo was the actor. Matt Hagen was the actor in the animated series, but that was because they were combining. They combined the Matt Hagen look of Clayface with the Basil Carlo origin. So I think this is Matt Hagen, and so I think this was the one that just got like just chemicals on him. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm not. I just can't say that I'm hype. I guess that's just where I gotta leave it.
What if there's two Clayface in the DCU?
It can work, but I think Gunn already said that the version we saw in Creature Commandos is the one that we see, and he's the big clay monster guy, and that's the Matt Hagen version. Basil Carlo is more like just the serial killer with the messed up face, and then he became the, depending on the adaptation, he becomes the Matt Hagen version with the big clay monster, like in the Arkham games, for instance.
Yeah, this is weird, man. I look, and y'all know, like I've been giving James Gunn benefit of the doubt because I love Superman, but
yeah,
this is weird. This is really out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, it's like I can't put my chips on it. Like I just can't. Like I'm almost just like I'll watch it, and as we see, if we see more, because this was just the teaser, we still got a full trailer to look forward to that gives us the actual plot and everything. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't know. Now, if it's got some horror in it, that can be pretty good body horror, pretty good special effects, good makeup and stuff. Like, yeah, okay. Like I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the work gone into that. Good Gotham Easter eggs, you know, it could be in Gotham the whole time. Ooh, a lot of good groundwork for what we can expect for Batman. That's pretty cool. That's worth going to see. I don't know I don't know what the plot of this is going to be. I don't know what to think of it. I can't imagine. I would never have imagined back when I was a kid watching the animated series and stuff, seeing a Clayface movie poster on the marquee, you know, like it doesn't seem like a thing that would exist, you know? So
yeah, I agree.
I still can't see it. Like I still just can't. I mean, I know Joker happened. I know the Harley Quinn movie happened, but like, I think I see this and I think Sonyverse. I think Morbius. I think Venom. More Venom than Morbius because Morbius was just on, you know, you could tell. But I see that. That's what it reminds me of. Robin shows up at the end, says Roygen. Yeah. I'm not sold on it. Not sold. No, not hype. Not hype.